means the end of a competition, or at least a very much watered down competition for her. That would be an awful shame.
Yeah. But even greater shame to see her try and work on and make a really bad injury.
Absolutely. I was just going to say the crucial decision now is for the coaches and the doctor. Elena Grația from Romania. What do we know about her, Chris?
Well, she's a great vaulter, and that was a very nicely flighted front somersault, Jaeger somersault, quite clean bar work, just feet a little apart on the shoot down. She's strong in the swing, nice full pirouette, and a half turn, double front, very securely landed. Again, well, not exceptional work, but very clean.
And they have made great strides on this apparatus forward, haven't they? We've always said in the past that they've got an Achilles heel, it is in fact bars, but the Romanians have made great strides.
Well, she's a young gymnast, just 16 years of age, and she actually only qualified right down in 22nd position for this final, but it was because she had a terrible floor routine score. All her other scores were quite reasonable, so I'm sure she'll go a little higher.
Mustafina, 15.375. And that will just tell you what she promised. But look at the face that she's in. She mustn't continue, Chris, if she's in pain. It's not a good decision, I think, I'm sure.
Well, you know, she's their future Olympic champion. I'm sure no one will want to risk a bad injury.
Elizabeth Seitz. She qualified in a very creditable 4th place, carrying the German hopes of a medal with her. And she's not too far away, 0.5 of 3rd place in qualifying. So this, very important.
Round off the lift, the double twist, very clean, very good vault. Lifting her start value tremendously.
Do they want the shoulders round twice or the hips round twice?
Well, shoulders, hips and feet. Did you think there was a little bit of a question?
I'm not sure whether, I think it was 1 7/8 with the shoulders. I might be.
I think as long as the feet are round, yeah, they're happy. But we couldn't see clearly the feet.
Let's have a little look.
Let's have a look now.
Great vault, nice high.
Yeah, I think they'll give the feet round.
Yeah.
Yes. A little bit 1 foot in front of the other, so there'll be a bit of a deduction.
It looked as if 1 7/8.
Yes, you're right, Mitch. Yes, yeah. I mean, just depends how tight they're being about it.
So what would they do in that case? Give it
1.5 and give the start value for the 1.5.
That's it. 13.825 on bars. Anna Whelan. Good all-round gymnast, isn't she?
She is. She was one of the team at the last Olympics, and she's worked tremendously since then, grown a lot. She's from Liverpool Gymnastic Club, City of Liverpool Gymnastic Club. She's coached by Amanda Redden, trains with Beth Tweddle, very much training partners. And she's the current British champion. She qualified 12th, and will be very keen to try and improve on that position.
Anna Whelan for Great Britain, her first apparatus of 4.
And starts with the Shaposhnikova straight into the Ginger, and just didn't give it enough. That's a shame, because it's a very original connection of the up to the high bar, swing back, swing forwards, and into the Ginger. You see, she swings back here, up, turn, and into the Ginger, but she just didn't have quite enough swing to make it. That's a shame because she's actually reserved for bar final, so she hit it very well in qualification. Good handstand, turn into the Jaeger, the front somersault, so that's her second release. Very good and precise in her handstand shapes. Lovely full turn in the clear circle. Holds the handstand again, winds up into the double front, half turn in, double front. That was a great shame because this bar work is improving greatly.
It was a shame. And so unusual to see the Gienger done facing the low bar like that. It was courageous. But there, that's a nice smile. There's Beth there, look.
Yes.
Don't worry about it, it'll come again.
Yes, it will.
Voice of experience.
That's right.
Elizabeth Seitz, good start, 14.625. And there's a very sad picture. Alia Mustafina will not take further part in this competition, I'm sure.
That is a great shame. We'd also very much looked forward to seeing her, and it didn't look like that was a sore knee she was carrying. It just looked like it was a little bit offline landing, and not a tremendously offline landing at that.
Irina Boksogo from Hungary. And we haven't seen a top-ranking Hungarian gymnast for some time, have we?
No, we haven't. But that's very nice vaulting, isn't it? Good height, good lift, lovely straight body. Now, I was going to say, though, Mitch, I went to a big junior competition at the end of last year, and they had a very, very good junior as well from Hungary. So I think perhaps they're on the move again.
Well, she qualified in 23rd place. Plenty of resolve and determination on that approach. Got hold of the twist nicely, a bit wild with the head, but brought it under control.
Good style.
Anna Whelan, 12.85. 13th place at the moment.
Always tough to make the mistake on your very first piece and then have to pick yourself up and perform afterwards. She had a good qualification on bars and beams. She's qualified for the beam final, so she will be very pleased with that.
Irina Boksogo, 13.5 on vault. 9th place for her at the moment.
Erstes Ergebnis für Antje von Walchen Boden. 13,5 Punkte, 13.5. Und weiter geht's jetzt am Stufenbarren mit Veronika Wagner.
This is Veronica Wagner from Sweden. And again, we haven't seen a lot of Swedish gymnasts in the top rank for a little bit.
No, but there are two in this final. And Veronica Wagner, very experienced gymnast.
Veronica Wagner for Sweden on bars.
Clear circle, a little bit short on her first handstand, but cleanly through the full pirouette. Coach underneath watching closely for the Gienger. Performs it well. The shoot down and shoot up that the gymnasts have to perform if they want a good score. Half turn, swings forwards, into handstand, into a double front dismount. Oh, but she didn't lift her heels at all.
It didn't look on.
It didn't, did it? No.
It was never on.
On the release, she just lifted her hips rather than her heels and really didn't give herself a chance to land that dismount.
So we've had a few thrills and some very unfortunate spills in this first rotation.
See, that very first element, she didn't quite hit the handstand.
Big move, that double front, isn't it? You've got to get it just right. Heels up for rotation. Analysing it now, of course. Just as with the men, you know, there's a lot of story still to come. 3 apparatus remaining.
Absolutely. And really, Mustafina scored 59 in qualifying, and the rest scored from 56 down to 52, 51.7. So, you know, they were quite tightly packed, and there can be quite a bit of changing of places, I think, depending on performance.
Nothing good can come out of the accident to Alia Mustafina, but it opens the door for a very close and tight competition. This is Marta Pian-Kulesza from Poland.
Very nice handspring, pike front somersault with half turn. Big step on landing. Clean vaulting.
It's a nice vault, that one. They kick the pike out and then roll the shoulders. It's a very nice vault to watch.
Well flighted, and I think off this platform the gymnast can really get a good block and lift.
I really do like that. It kicks it out, very nice, smoothly done, but those paces will be expensive.
Yes, and not such a big start value as some of the vaults, as the double twists.
Veronika Wagner, 11.85. 18th from the 24 in this field. Still a long way to go.
There'll be many others to make a mistake. She just needs to fight back, because every gymnast has a position they want to achieve. Every gymnast will have set themselves a target with their coach.
Marta Pian-Kulesza, 13.575. 11th place.
The scores here on the vault are quite tight, aren't they?
They are, when you think of what they're like on the men's, but it's a tough job. I think the women's judges are severe. You've got to be the very best to come through. This is Julia Steingruber from Switzerland. 2 in the top 24. They too are making strides, aren't they?
They are. They're making very good strides. Always good vaulters. When the coach is in close, you always know they're just a little bit anxious about it, but the Shaposhnikova straight into the pack down, so they've got out of the way already the difficult bar transfers. Now they can just swing on the high bar. Nice full pirouette, flighted Ginger, well held handstand, half a turn. There's the forward element, have to swing in both grips, up into the double front. Now she lifted her heels well.
That was a good routine. Well, they certainly are well worth their place in the final, the two Swiss women.
Not going for huge difficulty, but going for very clean and consistent performance.
A little bit short of handstand a couple of occasions, but that was plenty of height and flight in that Ginger.
Very nice in the Ginger. Just a little short on that half turn as well. There you see her swinging in the reverse grip. See her lift the heels, pull the double front. Very nicely performed.
A beauty to finish. So the Swiss camp can be well pleased with themselves after the first rotation. Well, we've had a lot in this rotation, haven't we, Christine?
Oh, we have. We've had all the spills, the strong performances, the upset. Interesting, you know, with Mustafina. In qualifying, she didn't do the 2.5 twist. She only did a double twist. And so there's obviously a bit of a question mark against the 2.5. She's obviously having to work very hard to achieve it. And, you know, she could have won easily with just the double.
hard to tell that to a gymnast, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
you
or
can
a
do
coach,
it.
yes, yeah.
You know, they want to showcase it. She's a beautiful gymnast. You made the point, beautiful and difficult. Have a look back at some of the other performances in that first rotation. Carlotta Filito, floor exercise.
Our first look at the floor exercise, and a dramatic entry. Starts very difficult, leap. And then the big tumble, the triple twist, very cleanly round. High double tuck. Gymnasts have to include double somersaults and twists. Twist, the tumble with 2 somersaults in. Very efficient double spin with the leg high. Needs to finish with a big tumble. Lifts up the double pike.
Impressive. Such acceleration through the flicks for the somersault. She really understands the importance of that skill. 13.9 for Carlotta Filito. And this, unmistakably, is Vanessa Ferrari. Vanessa Ferrari from Italy, been European champion. And back towards her very best, Chris.
Yes, and starts with a lovely pirouette on the beam. It's great when you've seen gymnasts mature. She was such a tiny little gymnast when we first saw her. Grown up into an elegant young lady. Good backflip into layout somersault. Little bit of a wobble, but she recovered well. Links the change leg split sleep, the tuck back, and then the sheep jump.
At the risk of, I'm going to say it, when she was at the height, beam was her weakest piece. And she seems to have settled down nicely.
We are that change leg ring. You have to take the head right back, and if the judges feel you do, then it gets a very good reward. Planche that she's quite renowned for. Needs a big dismount. What are we going to see? Double pike. Well, that's experience for you.
Vanessa Ferrari, as you say, Chris, she's gone through adolescence and turned into a very competent gymnast. 13.75. Look at that planche. That's better now than it was when she was much younger. Great to see. Diana Chelaru, she qualified in 3rd place for Romania.
And the Romanian gymnasts, always great tumblers, full twisting double back. Whip him to triple twist. Smile says it all.
Lovely, bright little touches to the work, isn't there?
Yes, and of course, a lot of marks given for artistry, for choreography, as much almost as for tumbling. those big leaps, carrying nearly as many marks as a double back. You have to finish with a big tumble. Has to be of at least a D difficulty. Is she going to show us? Double pike.
I thought it was quite delightful. He sold it well. Good, sharp tumbling, lovely little touches. 14.55 for Diana Shelleroux.
And that was as high a score as any in qualifying from anybody on floor.
Well, there we are, Mustafina with that beautiful vault, which just went awry at the end. 15.375. Elizabeth Seitz in second, Diana Shelleroux and Dementieva in fourth there. Vanessa Ferrari in eighth. Celine van Gerle from the Netherlands and Danusia Francis in 12th. So, and Hannah Whelan, after a little problem on pass, in 19th at the moment. I'm sure she'll come back from that. But isn't it a shame, Christine? She's top of the pile, Alia Mustafina, and she won't post another score in this competition.
Yes, we're assuming that she'll be withdrawn. There hasn't been any official announcement, but they certainly